What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Boss TV back in effect. I haven't been doing too many videos lately, but this one right here, I just had to do something about it because I know a lot of people is wondering what's going on with the Kenneka Jenkins case and if they're still seeking justice, and yes, they are. This just came out today. The parents do have a lawyer, as we know, and they've been doing their investigation, and they finally came out with what they got from the whole incident. And basically, they're saying that they have evidence that the kitchen freezer was locked, possibly just a few hours after Kenneka came up missing and went in there. So the theory is that since everybody was saying that they had a missing person and the parents kept coming, security or somebody went in the kitchen and seen that it wasn't secured, and they locked all the doors, ultimately locking her in the freezer. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all check out this video. Like and subscribe to my page if you want me to keep on doing videos and getting this good stuff and evidence, because I stay researching. So, check it out and let me know what you think.
Who were involved in the tragic death of kenneka Jenkins on September the 9th, 2017. The facts and circumstances regarding Kenneka's death are not entirely clear. That's primarily because there have been no adequate answers given for why or how Kenneka was not identified or found wandering in the Crown Plaza Hotel on the early morning hours of September 9th. Why and how, although video surveillance cameras clearly indicate that Kenneka was wandering into an area under construction that had a operating walk-in freezer and cooler, and why and how, in spite of the fact that Kenneka's family and friends were at the hotel from the moment she disappeared until the moment her body was found, almost a full day later, more than a full day later. Why this tragedy unfolded. Kenneka, as you know, came to the hotel as a guest in the early morning hours of September the 9th. She apparently was intoxicated and wandered from the room and wandered throughout the hotel. Video surveillance at the hotel clearly shows Kenneka wandering throughout the hotel at approximately 3:30, and I'm not being exact. Video surveillance shows her entering a kitchen area that's under construction. That's the Murray Brothers Caddy Shack restaurant that's now been open since that time. That kitchen, the door was unsecured. The walk-in freezer and refrigerator were obviously unlocked. And at some point, Kenneka walked into the freezer. The door closed behind her, and over a period of hours, she froze to death. What's very concerning is that we have evidence that at some point, because she was clearly on video surveillance, at some point that somebody secured the doors to the kitchen area and to the freezer compartment where she died. These photographs will show this is the construction site into the kitchen, and this was taken after her body was found, but there's clearly the ability to lock the entire kitchen off, and this was taken by a member of the family. What's most concerning also is that the freezer door has lock on it. This is a lock that you can prevent somebody from inside from getting out if it's pressed. And we believe that this door, for reasons that we cannot explain, without ever looking in the freezer, someone came and locked this freezer door so that Kenneka could not exit the door. Now, there have not been adequate answers that have been provided by Crown Plaza Hotel. We have the police report. We have what they've described to us as the video, and the most revealing place in the video is that we see Kenneka entering this kitchen, that it was under construction at 3:30. We know that the Crown Plaza and the security knew she was missing at that very time. They were reporting to the family that they were doing their best to find her. All they had to do was look on the video, and they would see that Kenneka was wandering the hotel, and they would see that she had wandered into the kitchen. There is no explanation we've received at this time why Crown Plaza, why the security company, and why Daddy Jack, Murray Brothers Restaurant, didn't do anything for nearly a day and a half. And that her body supposedly later, until it was allegedly discovered, I believe, at about 12:30 a.m. the next day. And by the way, then her body stayed there for nearly 5 hours while family waited to find out what happened to Kenneka. So we expect to get all that information during this trial discovery process. Complaints been filed. The defendants have an opportunity now to answer the complaint, and we will get in due time a full incident reports filed by these defendants plus their insurance companies. We'll get the videotape. They say they've given it to us, but we want to make sure we have all of it. We will get all of the reports, and we'll be able to take the testimony of the security guards and all the Crown Plaza employees so that we fully understand why this tragedy occurred and how it can be prevented. What's most concerning about this case right now from our perspective is the Crown Plaza knew immediately, not many hours later, immediately she was reported by her friends and then her family, and her family was there at the Crown Plaza on at least 3 occasions, camping out to the point where the Crown Plaza called the police on the family because the family was so concerned about Kenneka's whereabouts. Why, under these circumstances, when Kenneka is clearly visible on security cameras, walking into an area where she was eventually found laid frozen to death? What happened at this point? That's a mystery that will unfold during the processes. It'll generally take several years to resolve this case, and I appreciate it. If you've got any questions, I'll be free to answer them, and Teresa would be available to answer just briefly any questions you have. This is a right here lock. It can be pressed down, and it can secure the door, preventing anybody from the inside from exiting. It would effectively lock this door. And we believe that that door may have been locked from the outside because there's no other explanation why her body wasn't discovered. It's very possible that security people at the hotel knew she was missing, just looked into the kitchen under construction, saw that it wasn't secured, and started locking the doors and then left, and came back later to find, we just locked in Kenneka.
So you're not saying that you believe that they did this on purpose?
No, there's absolutely no evidence that anybody did anything on purpose, and I don't believe that there'd be no reason to do it. I think it's pure and utter negligence. No suggestion whatsoever that anybody did harm to Teresa on purpose. What's more likely is that through pure negligence, someone noticed that the doors in the kitchen were open. They locked them like they should have been locked. They locked the freezer, and unfortunately, they locked Kenneka into the freezer and resulted in her death.
You said that you hadn't decided how much you'll be seeking from the Crown Plaza, whether it's $50 or $100. What's that about?
It depends on the facts of the case. The state has what we call punitive damages. Her pain and suffering during the period of time, from the time that she was locked in the freezer until the time she passed away, and the losses to her family. Those are all things that we'll consider, and a jury would consider in this case.
Teresa, if we may have you just balance your need to microphones. How old are you, first of all? What do you hope will come of this lawsuit?
Justice. I've been seeking justice from the beginning, and that was my purpose to seek it out.
Obviously, your family and his friends from the very beginning felt that